There we go.
You're being recorded.
Yes. I like it because I like talking with you anytime, and you could record it if you like.
I'm in Annecy, France, a place I didn't know existed till I got here.
Was it prepared for you?
I don't think they even noticed me here.
Where is it in regards to Paris?
In the same country.
Are you good with geography?
East. I'm good with geography. I don't know where I am though.
Okay.
I would think it would be west because it's on the right hand side. Then it's west. It's west of Paris if it's on the right hand side. Unless you're looking at the map upside down.
It's closer to the ocean.
No, it's closer to Switzerland because we took the train from Switzerland. Germany and Switzerland.
Was east. That's east. That's not west.
That's east. That's on the east hand side of France. You're right. The eastern side of France. Eastern Europe is on the near Russia. Okay.
And I'm coming to you from Hamilton, Ontario.
Still constantly. You've never been anywhere but.
No, I've been in Switzerland. I've been in France at the airport.
I've been where? I've been in other places. Where
Lots of other places.
No, where have I been doing this? I was in PEI once. Where else was I? No, I was in PEI once doing this.
Doing the podcast. So the background was different.
Yeah, there's another place. Where was I?
From jail. Let's say from jail.
Jail.
Sure, from prison.
We'll do prison. Our movie.
Okay, our movie. We watched My Fair Lady.
Your choice.
My choice.
After your choice was.
I can't even remember.
Gigi.
Oh yes, Gigi. And I picked it because I'm getting rid of some of these DVDs, and it's got 3 of them here. And Gigi and My Fair Lady
are in it. Why are you getting rid of that book?
Because once I've watched the movie, I probably don't need to watch it if I can find it on NB or other places.
Or books have become irrelevant.
No, that's not a book. It's a DVD thing.
Oh, that's a collection of movies.
Yes.
Oh, I get it.
So it's a musical again. This time it was based on a George Bernard Shaw play. So it took me a while to figure out. I didn't know any of this going into it because I can't say I knew the movie. I knew, the Eliza Doolittle and the Cockney Girl, but do you know why I knew that?
Why?
From Mary Ann on Gilligan's Island. She played.
Oh,
she played the Cockney Girl in one of the dream sequences.
That's right, the dirty Cockney Girl. That's
yeah.
Right.
So that was my first to who Eliza Doolittle was. What I didn't know is it's based on the play. It's not based on a book. It was based on a play called Pygmalion. And so George Bernard Shaw wrote Pygmalion in 1912. And then finally they get around to making it My Fair Lady. And this version is 1964.
Well,
and the difference
called Pygmalion.
And they've done a movie about it too. And I can't remember which one.
Oh, at least. And 34.
Yeah, and there's another My Fair Lady, I'm sure too, and they're still running My Fair Lady in the theaters. So, but this was started as Pygmalion, and the difference between Pygmalion and My Fair Lady is very little. It's the same characters, it's the same everything, except the end is different. So in Pygmalion, she ends up with Henry, the boy who was chasing her. And in My Fair Lady, she ends up just staying with Henry Higgins. So that's the difference.
Wait. The boy who was chasing her was Henry Higgins.
No, what's his name? Henry or whatever his name was. I can't remember.
That guy who kept sitting out in front of her place.
Yes.
Oh, so in one she goes with him.
Yes. Happily ever after.
I see.
So that's the basic difference. So that's the strangest set of movie circumstances that I've ever heard.
Diverge only at that.
Who knew?
The-
So it was before it was a movie, it was a play. And so in my head, I was thinking Julie Andrews. I think I know this Julie Andrews, but it's like, no, it's Audrey Hepburn. Why is it? Because the play for many years, or a long run, Julie Andrews played the part of Eliza Doolittle. So when they came to do the movie, they picked Audrey Hepburn, but she couldn't sing. Well, she could sing, but not good enough to do all of the strenuous notes. So they got someone else to do it for her. I have her name written down somewhere. Marnie Nixon, who did some of the things. So it's interesting how for the Oscars, it won so many best stuff, but she did not get Best Actress. And there was a kerfuffle about that, but it's like when such a big part of the character is her singing and she didn't do the singing, it's really hard to give her the Best Actress for that.
That would be,
yeah. But I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was like the songs. There's so many of them that I recognized. I love that.
A few that I recognized. There weren't so many, but I recognized a few. The Rain in Spain.
Yeah. You did it. That one I recognized. I could have danced all night, and I'm getting married in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they are memorable, and so I can see them in commercials and other things that you just. It's very knowable and all that. I thought it was a little long. It just seemed to be long, but yeah, it's a play. So
I thought it was the right kind of timing. And in fact, she went from can't say a word to all of a sudden she was halfway there in her first test. And then she was all the way there. And I sort of wanted to see her
more
learn
of that.
a couple of words. And I mean, she did because of her practicing, but you didn't have it. Like, I wanted to see them show 1 minute of her and then another minute of her getting better, then another minute of her quite good. And like, I wanted to see a progression, but you went from, I can't say a single one and she's frustrated. But did you believe in her falling in love with Henry Higgins?
She didn't fall in love with the professor. She didn't fall in love with him. She was almost like a father figure.
But I sort of thought, and I was told by somebody else who shall not be named, who is in the room and knows everything about the movie, that she was in love with him. And I'm going, no,
she was in a way, not romantic, not sexual love. She wasn't chasing after him that way.
Is there any other kind of love? Stop it.
No, it was more like he was a mentor, and he treated her as a contest, a thing he was trying to do, and she wanted his heart to be involved in it, and it wasn't, and so that she was frustrated by that. But I don't think she was swooning over him. She was so frustrated with him.
Yeah, she was dying over him and ran away from the house because he didn't want her. And he's sitting there going, well, she didn't want me ever. And he never knew that. She never said, you've become really dear to me and I want to make something of this. That never was spoken about. And so she sort of took off. And I don't know that I believed in it beforehand. I believe they could have solved the problem by talking, and they didn't.
Yeah, that I agree with this. But that's most movies, Jeff. It's like, please just talk to each other, and then but then there's no movie. It's like, oh, okay.
You're right. I guess. But
yeah, it's equally frustrating and equally okay. I guess it's you don't want it to be just a plot point.
But now I know where gutter snipe comes from.
Yeah. And you bilious pigeon. I love it. The language was so good.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what the whole movie was about.
It is, yeah.
Really, that movie was about me saying something turns into something.
Yes. No, exactly.
That is the movie.
It is.
I'm My Fair Lady.
My Fair Jeffrey. And who is your Professor Higgins? So that was the other thing. So Rex Harrison, Henry Higgins, he was also in Cleopatra.
Okay.
I think he was the brother or somebody or somebody. He was somebody important.
You weren't connecting this with Cleopatra. You were connecting
No.
this with Gigi.
Yeah, because
Your DVD set.
it's a DVD set, or it's a musical.
I should have known you had a DVD set with the two. Oh, what is it? What is it? What's the connection? Do you have a DVD set with the two of them? I knew it.
Yeah, that's sort of so.
Yeah.
It's the musical, and but what else was I going to say about that? Yeah, the language is all about that. It was all about language.
And him with tape recorders was really cool. The way he was trying to use them and manipulate. I mean, it did seem weird that he has all the money in the world and he decides diction is his most important thing to
focus on.
For like spend all his money on, and his sidekick, which reminded me of Alfred from Batman and Robin.
Okay. Yes.
Because he was just there to help, and he was loyal, and I mean, he really liked her too. Obviously, not in a relationship wise, but he protected her a bit from him when he got a little bit carried away. Yeah,
there was just a little, a buffer between the two of them in a way.
Yeah.
Things I did, well, the thing I won't say I didn't like was when they dragged her in to give her a bath, all that steam. It's like nobody takes a bath in all that steam. So little things like that where it's like, okay, too much steam. I think that's like what are they hiding? I don't know what that's all about. So too much steam.
They need that.
I loved the costumes. Just stunning works of art.
When they're at the racetrack and
the ball and everything. Yeah. Just
and how the poor people dress up just to go to the racetrack, even when you don't have enough money, they have to do that. It becomes a thing you need to accomplish.
Yeah. Her father was an interesting character that had another layer of interestingness about it. So yeah, I like that. I think there's some lines that I like. This, why did he pick me out of the gutter just to throw me back? I think that was what she was before the end. She was going, okay, I'm out of the gutter now. You're just going to toss me back. And when I first just aspired to be a shopkeeper, a flower girl in the shop, was my loftiest goal. But now it's like I've seen more and I want more, and I don't know how I'm going to get it. So that part was kind of,
if she is not with him anymore, but he was allowing her to stay there. He wasn't saying, get your ass out of here. My one contest, screw off. Like she was a part of that household and integral. The people underneath liked her and she treated everybody nicely. I mean, there was that scene when they got back from the final contest and she won the ability to control people. Yeah. And in fact, you thought you doubted it. You know what I mean? Yeah. When they came back, you're going, oh, she failed.
Is she? Yeah.
They twisted it really nicely into, no, she did a great job. And she's standing in the background and they're all talking about her like she's not even there. And she's like going, why can't they just like, I'm the person they're talking about, and they're talking as a third person almost.
I'm invisible here.
Yeah. And so that's what made her feel very much wanting to go away, because she didn't feel she belonged. I think that was her realization. The contest was over. Yeah. And I thought it was a really good movie. It's funny. When I go back to Gigi, I was trying to think, what did I like better? And I think I like Gigi better than My Fair Lady. And I don't know why. I think it was the whole gutter snipe thing. She was such a lowly person. And in 2 months or whatever the number of days were.
6, yeah.
6 months?
I think that was the time frame he had.
No, I thought it was shorter, but yeah.
And then once she learned how to talk, and then she had 6 weeks now to learn how to be a lady. Like, so that just talking wasn't enough. You had to learn how to, what to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of my favorite lines is when Henry Higgins' mother said, "Oh, Henry, what a disagreeable surprise when he showed up."
Yeah.
What a
Oh, I know.
disagreeable surprise. I
And
thought
how nice
perfect.
the mother was to her. Even though they never really spent time together, she was like totally on her side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought it was so. I would give Gigi like probably an 8 now, and this like a 7.5. It was close, and I really liked it, and I certainly like learning about the musicals and bringing sort of the knowledge of what the cultural references. Now I got to go watch Mary Ann play her for sure.
Yeah.
You know what the episode title was for that one?
Which episode?
Yeah, Mary Ann was.
It was one where I think Gilligan either dreams or hits his head and becomes Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde character, and it's part of his defense in court. So it's not on the island; it's a kind of a dream sequence.
Right.
So,
I remember that happening. Yeah, I remember that dream.
So I think it's called "And Then There Was None."
Oh, okay.
The name of the thing, because everyone sort of just kept disappearing and nobody knew where they went.
Yeah.
I might have that mixed up, but
so they were probably mixing a few
elements of different things. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now I got to figure out a movie choice for you for the next Deuces.
Next two. That sounds good.
And looks like we're getting this just under the wire at the end of July.
Yeah, that was close, wasn't it? I had a busy last week, so.
Yes, you did. I was on vacation during your busy week.
At times, I wished I was on vacation with you, but it was not to be.
Yeah, no. Okay, well, we can make this a short one, and
yeah, there's not a whole lot to say about it. I would say I would recommend everyone watching it at least once in their life. I mean, it's one of those. It's a classic, and there's so many other little references that I think, okay, it's definitely well worth doing. Will I watch it over and over again? Probably not, but I won't mind watching it a couple years from now. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that, and I'll watch it again sometime. So yeah, definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, certainly. Okay, we'll be back next month with
surprise.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
There you go, Robin, boy wonder. Bye.
And stop recording.